Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Justin with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we're taking a closer look at and installing the Morimoto XB LED headlights here with the white DRLs, available for all 2021 through 2023 F-150s, equipped with the factory LED reflector headlights. Now, you guys should be considering the Morimoto XBs for your rig if you like a solid upgrade in performance from the all-new optics and the high-powered bi-LED projectors. Of course, you can't forget about the eye-catching white DRLs with the amber switchback technology, optional sequential functionality, and a very unique look compared to some of your other options in the category. Obviously, a lot to talk about here, guys, with the XB, so let's get into it. All right, so leading into our features here, guys, with the Morimoto XB headlights, and again, they are gonna be a massive change from the factory LED reflector style housing in just about every single way. For starters, you're moving to a bi-LED projector here, which is not only going to increase the output and increase your throw, especially at nighttime, but it's also gonna look a heck of a lot better in the process. Now, there will be auxiliary low and high beam LED reflectors in place to kind of act as an assist when needed. Now from there, guys, the XBs do kick in the very unique looking DRLs. This is done in this particular set with a bright white DRL, but there are other options on the site, for instance, that will offer a standard amber DRL for those who prefer more of that Raptor look. Now, the DRL will feature an extremely bright diffused white LED that will be basically running whenever the truck is on, but those bright white DRLs dim ever so slightly whenever your low beams or your high beams are activated. Now, another cool thing to point out here with those DRLs, or daytime running lights, is they feature that switchback technology, which is going to allow that white light to switch to amber whenever your turn signals have been activated. Now from there, F-150 owners can also choose between a standard turn signal, basically just on or off, or a sequential turn signal, which is gonna add kind of that pulsating look to the signals themselves, and I think does contribute to a more custom or aftermarket look. Now finally here, guys, the appearance of the Morimoto lights themselves. I've said it in the beginning, I'll say it again. It's really unlike anything else I've seen in the category for the 21 and newer F-150s. The amount of depth and detail that's going on with the lights here, both on and off, is certainly impressive and super unique. Now, in regards to things like those DRLs, Morimoto even goes on to say they've incorporated some Ford GT inspired shrouds that do illuminate around that single projector. And again, it just kind of goes to the styling and the detail that's been implemented here with the XBs. It's pretty radical, and honestly, guys, I'm a pretty big fan. Now moving into our construction segment, and the Morimoto headlights, no matter what gen or truck we're talking about, easily one of the best in the category from a build standpoint. That's been the norm for a few years now. For instance, you are getting premium materials here with the XBs, including the piano or gloss black inner housing, along with the crystal clear UV resistant lens. Does have that UV coating baked in to prevent any fading. Now, the combination of the piano black inner with the clear outer really leads to an aggressive look once installed. I think it certainly favors more of the sport package trucks without the chrome grills, but that's not to say you can't always add Morimoto's XBG grill, which actually incorporates running lights from the headlights into the grill, and that is available in either black or chrome. Definitely check that out on the site as well. I think it really helps complete the package. Now, getting back to that bi-LED projector here, guys, gonna feature what is called Curia optics. And according to the gang at Morimoto, the performance of the XB headlights that we have here is going to far outperform the factory Ford LEDs in regards to total output and visibility. So always worth pointing something like that out. Finally here, guys, I can't forget to mention that the lights themselves are fully adjustable. They are DOT legal, so that means they are gonna be legal for use in all 50 states. And finally, they are backed by Morimoto's pretty stout 5-year warranty, just in case you ever run into any issues. Now let's move into price point here, guys, and the Morimoto XB lights are gonna hover in or around that $2,000 area, which certainly does place these firmly in the premium category amongst other options on the site from companies like Alpharex or Diode Dynamics. Now, with that being said, you have to keep in mind, guys, the level of quality involved here and basic improvement in visibility and lighting altogether is certainly going to make these options stand out over some of your standard run-of-the-mill, not only aftermarket options, but also factory options as well. All right, guys, last but not least, let's talk install. And the site's gonna call this a strong 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter in at least 45 minutes of your time to get in place from start to finish. Now, the reason being is that these are 100% plug and play. There's no crazy wiring, no modification needed. Despite everything going on, Morimoto has made it their goal to make these very easy to install, and the full plug and play direct swap job certainly helps reflect that. But now we're gonna give you a little bit more detail on the install, show you step by step how this one will go down at home. So without further ado, let's throw it out to the guys in the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
For this install, you will need an impact, a ratchet, extension, 7, 8, 10, and 11 millimeter sockets, a clip removal tool, and a pair of ankle cutters.
What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing some headlights on our F-150, so let's get started. So first we're going to need to remove our upper radiator shroud, which is going to require us to remove all the push pins holding it in place. So we'll grab our clip removal tool and pop them out, remove our shroud, go ahead and set that aside. Next, to remove our grill, we're going to need to unplug our sensors here and our front little washer nozzle, as well as remove the 4 10mm bolts holding the upper grill in place. So we'll grab our 10mm socket on our impact, go ahead and run those bolts out, unplug everything, and get it out of the way. We'll just push in on our release tab for our connectors. Pop those out. We got 1, 2, and we're going to need to pop that out of its little clip spot here. You can just pull that out. And our washer nozzle, you're just going to need to squeeze. This is oval shaped. Squeeze that, pop that out. Just kind of let it hang back like so. Our connectors back here. Now, once we have everything up top unhooked, we're going to need to remove this little front trim piece here, which is 2 7mm screws on each side of our wheel well. We'll go ahead and grab our 7mm socket on our ratchet, go ahead and pop those out, pull that fascia out, and then we can access the rest of the grill. Now we'll go ahead and pull the 2 out on the other side and we can remove this. Now we'll go ahead and pop this trim out. We're just going to grab it by the sides here, pop it out. Should just release the whole way. And go ahead and set this aside. Now we can go ahead and remove the 2 8mm bolts holding our lower portion of our grill in place using our 8mm socket on our impact. Now we can go ahead and remove our grill. So we'll pull out from the top here, pull our lower grill section out. We'll go ahead and set this aside. So now we can go ahead and unbolt our headlight. So we've got one 8mm bolt right here. We've got a 10mm nut at the lower right-hand side, and then two 10mm screws up top. So we'll grab our 8mm socket and small extension, and then our 10mm socket as well on our impact. Now we have to remove our little locator clip here, so we're going to grab our clip removal tool again and go ahead and pop that out. Now we can go ahead and pull our headlight out and get it unplugged. So now we have 3 connectors to unplug, so we'll go ahead and push down on our release tabs for those and get them out. Now once you have this headlight out, you can go ahead and repeat the same process for the other side. So now once we have our headlights out, it's time to install our adapter harnesses. Now our truck is an LED light truck from the factory, so our harness is specific to that. You will need a different harness if your truck is factory halogens, which is available sold separately. So we'll go ahead and grab our LIN bus boxes first. We're going to start with our passenger side because that is the main box. We're going to go ahead and plug it into our factory connectors so we can cross over to our driver's side, get everything ready for our headlights to go on. So our crossover harness, or our LIN bus harness rather, is going to plug into our factory main connector for our headlight here. Then we're going to grab our crossover harness here. Plug this side into our harness, and this is going to go to our passenger side headlight. Then we're going to run this harness across to our driver's side so that can plug into our driver's side headlight. Now you can run this harness across the front of your truck however you see fit, kind of personalize it, make it your own. Ours we're just going to run right below our AC condenser and lower shroud here, just as a straight shot over to the other side of the truck. Just going to go ahead and tuck it behind this harness here. Make sure nothing's kinked. We're just going to set it over on this side. And this is going to be our driver's side adapter harness. Notice that it only has one connector on it. So now this end is going to be here ready to access. And then we're going to go ahead and plug in our driver's side LIN bus box here, again to our main headlight connector here. Snap that in. So now in preparation to get our headlight in place, we're going to come to the back of it here where all of our wiring is. Now again, with being LED factory headlights, we're not going to need this box. So we're going to cut this zip tie off of our harness here with our angle cutters. Go ahead and remove that. What we're going to do is unplug this box from both ends. We'll set that aside. Then we're going to plug these 2 connectors in together. And another thing to note is this connector with the orange and purple wire is going to dictate whether your turn signals will be sequential or solid. Leaving them plugged in like we're going to is going to have them be sequential. If you were to unplug these, they would be solid. So now we can go ahead and get our headlight plugged in and get it mounted. So first we'll grab our plug from our crossover harness here, plug that in to its corresponding connector. Now they're all shaped very distinctly, so we're just going to match them up just like the factory ones. We're going to grab this one, plug that one in. Next we'll go ahead and grab our marker light connector, plug that one in. Now we'll go ahead and get our headlights set back into place and reinstall our 2 factory 10mm bolts up top, our 1 10mm nut down bottom, and our 8mm bolt as well. So we'll reinstall our little locator clip here. Go ahead and push that back into place. Then reinstall all of our hardware. Now that we have this headlight installed, we'll go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. So now one last step before we can go ahead and bolt in our headlight is to install our harness from our battery to our final plug on our LIN bus box. So we'll go ahead and grab our harness here. It has a positive and negative terminal on it. And we're gonna go ahead and attach that to our battery, run it down through and plug it into our LIN bus box. So we'll grab our 11mm socket on our impact for our positive side, 10mm for the negative, hook those up, run it over, connect that to the white connector, and then we can bolt our headlight in. Now we'll go ahead and tuck our harness back behind the front of our frame here. I'm gonna reach down right beside our washer reservoir, run that through, and we'll go ahead and plug our connector into the white one on our LIN bus box. Now we're ready to go ahead and install our headlights. Now that we have both headlights installed, we can go ahead and reinstall our grille. So we'll set it back in place, get all our hardware back in and installed. Now we can reinstall our 2 8mm screws down bottom with our 8mm socket on our impact. Now we'll go ahead and reinstall our 4 10mm screws up top, again with our 10mm socket. Now we can plug all of our connectors and our little washer reservoir back in. So we'll go ahead and snap those back into place, put our locator clip back in. Now we'll go ahead and get our front trim piece reinstalled. So we'll line up all of our little locators and then get our 2 7mm screws on each side of the wheel well reinstalled with our 7mm socket. Now we'll get our upper shroud back in place, so we'll have to lift up on our intake tube here. Slide this in. Line that up. Then we'll reinstall all of our push pins around the shroud. Alrighty guys, that about wraps up our review and install of our Morimoto XB LED headlights with white DRLs, black housings, and clear lenses for your 21 to 23 F-150 with factory reflector LED headlights. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.